Let's be honest, folks. Most of us don't spend our days thinking about cement. But here's the thing, it's the backbone of our world. Bridges, buildings, sidewalks, you name it. Cement's probably involved, and understanding this stuff even a little bit can make a world of difference. So what exactly is cement? In the simplest terms, it's a magical powder that reacts with water to create a super strong binding agent. Mix it with sand, gravel and water and bam, you've got concrete. It's the stuff that literally holds our civilization together. And just like any good recipe, the key to strong concrete is getting the right mix. Too much water, you weaken it. Too little, and it's impossible to work with. Getting it right is crucial, and that's what we're going to dive into. Knowing your way around cement isn't just for the construction pros, it's about understanding how things work, appreciating the materials that shape our world, and maybe even tackling that DIY project you've been putting off. Let's get our hands dirty. Now let's talk about the building blocks of concrete, starting with a standard 50-kilogram bag of cement. You might be surprised to learn that this bag only takes up about 35 liters of space. That's less than you might think, right? But here's where things get interesting. The amount of water you add is crucial. Too much and you dilute the mix, weakening the concrete. Too little and you're left with a dry, crumbly mess that's impossible to work with. The sweet spot is usually around 17 to 18 liters of water for that 50-kilogram bag, but always check those instructions. Now let's talk about grades. You'll see numbers like 43 grade on cement bags, and that tells you about its strength. 43 grade is the most common, meaning it reaches a compressive strength of 43 megapascals after 28 days of curing. That's strong enough for most everyday construction projects. Understanding the basics of cement volume, water ratios, and grades is like knowing the language of concrete. It's the difference between a shaky structure and one built to last. Here's a curveball. Finely ground cement, while it might seem better, can actually be a pain. See, the finer the cement particles, the more surface area they have, and more surface area means they're more exposed to the air. Why is that a problem? Well, cement starts to react with moisture in the air, and that can mess with its setting time. It can even lead to something called air setting, where the cement starts to harden prematurely before you even add water. That's where gypsum comes in. This naturally occurring mineral acts like a time-release capsule for cement, slowing down the setting process and giving you more workable time. The takeaway: don't be fooled by superfine cement. It's all about finding the right balance between fineness and workability, and that's where understanding setting time and the role of gypsum comes into play. Ever start mixing your concrete only to find it stiffening up way too quickly? That, my friend, is called false set. It's like the concrete got stage fright and froze up before the big show. False set happens when cement particles start to hydrate prematurely, usually because of improper storage or a chemical imbalance. The good news is that it's usually fixable. If you catch it early enough, you can often just remix the concrete vigorously, breaking up those early clumps and giving the cement another chance to hydrate properly. Think of it like giving the concrete a pep talk and a second wind. However, if the false set is really severe, you might need to scrap the batch and start over. It's frustrating, no doubt, but it's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to the integrity of your concrete.